here. And imagine him coming from his office, from his house to here, and just on his own time. So Asad, thank you so much. We are really grateful. Thank you. And Shiri again, thank you.
As Habib has given my introduction, ready, I won't waste any further time in that. Today is the International Day of Disability, and I'm going to focus on, I'm going to talk about my life, how I've managed to cope to live in a wheelchair, and I'm also going to give some examples of my inspirations, of my role models, people who have really helped me make a difference in my life. And in the end, I will point out some ways through which we can make Pakistan a better place for disabled people to live in. So I'll begin with the question. Yeah. The question is, as you can see, what did Bill Clinton do in the year 2000 that changed the world? Does anyone have any answer for that? Anyone? Any response? No? Okay. Actually, we all know that the President of the United States is a big power in the world, and he showed then was the President of the United States, Mr. President Franklin Roosevelt. He showed him in a wheelchair. It was very inspiring for the rest of the people, as we know all how powerful the President of the United States is. And to show him in the wheelchair does make a lot of inspiration for people who are in wheelchairs. To show a person who has the power of the United States, to show him the wheelchair was showing the humane side of the President of America. So now I will talk about my experience as to how I have coped to live in a wheelchair. Well, in fact, it was towards the end of my schooling career when I was diagnosed with the disease which is known as Friedreich's ataxia. It is a very rare disease in Pakistan, and they are very, I do not know many people who have it in Pakistan. It is mainly a genetic disease which causes a lot of progressive damage to the nervous system. And due to this disease, your lower muscles, lower limbs, they get very weak. And ultimately, I would say around 80 to 90% of the people who have this disease, they end up being in a wheelchair. And so when I was first diagnosed with it, towards the end of my schooling career, and I was told that I will not be able to walk again. This happened when I was 20 years old. So you can well imagine how I felt at that time, because all my dreams and my ambitions which I had, they were all shattered, and at that point I could not make out as to how I would be able to live my life. And in the beginning, this wheelchair, it felt like a prison for me, because it confined me to a single place, and it also hampered me from going where I wanted to go. So it was not at all very pleasing thing in the beginning, and it took a lot of comforting from the doctors who explained to me the benefits of being in a wheelchair. And that's how I was able to come into a wheelchair, and then later on I will tell you how I managed to live my life within a wheelchair. Next. Yeah. Next. Now it is very important to have a positive frame of mind when you are faced with an obstacle in life. And this was the biggest obstacle of my life, being in a wheelchair. And I would say that there are 4